Michael J. Fox. He's filmed an ad for the Claire McCaskill campaign in Missouri, and he's talking about stem cell research. Jim Talent, the Republican there, is against stem cell research. Claire McCaskill is in favor of it.
He's done other ads for other candidates in other states.
Right. First, we're going to show you the ad, and you could see it on the website, but just so you know, for the people listening on the radio, that he obviously, since he's got Parkinson's here, he shakes considerably during the ad. You'll be able to hear it a little bit, and if you see it, he's having a lot of trouble with his body.
Did you just say we have the the ad up on the website?
Yeah, we'll link it. We'll throw the ad up.
You'll be able to go to the website to see the ad.
Exactly. And then after we see the ad, we'll hear Rush Limbaugh's very wise words about it.
Yeah, Dr. Rush Limbaugh.
Here's Michael J. Fox.
As you might know, I care deeply about stem cell research. In Missouri, you can elect Claire McCaskill, who shares my hope for cures. Unfortunately, Senator Jim Talent opposes expanding stem cell research. Senator Talent even wanted to criminalize the science that gives us a chance for hope. They say all politics is local, but it's not always the case. What you do in Missouri matters to millions of Americans. Americans like me.
You know what? I think it's powerful. I mean, the first time that I saw it, I was like, damn, they're not playing anymore. And you know what? I loved it. And the reason is, it's real. People actually have Parkinson's. And they actually do get this. And they actually do die. And if we did stem cell research, we might actually stop it. But no, because Jim Talent and the religious nuts that run the Republican Party now think theoretically, hypothetically, possibly that sperm and that, egg, if you brought it together and they were in a petri dish, no, don't touch it. Don't touch it. It's a life form.
Why save a life like Michael J. Fox's and, millions of other Americans when you can save potential life? Yeah. Life that hasn't even begun.
Just for the record, I've done more. We're going to hear from Rush Limbaugh. I know that in the 37 minutes before the show, I did more research on Parkinson's than Rush Limbaugh has done in his whole life. Mm-hmm. And one thing I didn't really know, sort of guessed at, but we don't want to create any. People don't really die from Parkinson's. You can live the normal life expectancy, except that when it gets really bad late in life, people choke, they fall, they hit their, that kind of thing happens. But you can live a complete life. It's not the life that any of us would ever want to live. It's a terribly debilitating disease.
Ben, I don't think you get it. Everyone dies. Get used to it. All right? So here's the very wise Rush Limbaugh deciding, hey, you know what? Why not attack a man who has Parkinson's? Here he is going after Michael J. Fox.
Now, this is Michael J. Fox. He's got Parkinson's.
It's already funny.
Yeah. And in this commercial, he is exaggerating the effects of the disease. He is moving all around and shaking, and it's purely an act. This is the only time I have ever seen Michael J. Fox portray any of the symptoms of the disease he has. I know he's got it, and he's raising money for it, but when I've seen him in public, I've never seen him portray any of the symptoms. But this commercial, he's just all over it. He can barely control himself. He can control himself enough to stay in the frame of the picture. And he can control himself enough to keep his eyes right on the lens, the teleprompter. But his head and shoulders are moving all over the place, and he is acting like his disease is deteriorating because Jim Talent opposes research that would help him, Michael J. Fox, get cured. So Mr. Fox is using his illness as another tactic to try to secure the election of a Democrat senator by implying that with her election, that will be on the road to stem cell research her opponent opposes, and people who suffer from Parkinson's disease as he does will have a cure.
But that's exactly what will happen.
I mean, the first part of it, I was thinking, how bad does a human being have to be? I mean, how undecent a person is Rush Limbaugh? I mean, he's acting like as if he's got the disease. Well, I guess he does have the disease. But notice he could read still. But yet he's shaking all over.
But he stays in the frame and his eyes stay focused on the camera.
And then the second part of what he said just got downright funny. I mean, he's pretending like Claire McCaskill's for stem cell research.
And Jim Talent isn't.
And Jim Talent isn't.
And she'll vote for stem cell research. and then there might be more money toward getting a cure for people with Parkinson's like him.
Hey, Rush Limbaugh says, yeah, we're having a political vote on whether we do research. We give money to research.
Yeah, it is a political issue for crying out loud. So
if you jerks would stop voting against obvious common sense research to help actual people that are alive, human beings, then yeah, we wouldn't have to politicize it because it's goddamn obvious. You disgust me, Rush Limbaugh. And all of the people who listen to Rush Limbaugh think, yeah, and all the people who vote for any Republican congressman that is against stem cell research, and any Republican senator who's against stem cell research, like Jim Talent, you all disgust me. You're sick, demented people.